Mike Fanning, thanks for joining us on MySecurity
Hey, you're
TV.
welcome. Thanks for having
You're
me.
Splunk's CISO. It's great to speak to you. Just as a sort of pre-interview, you are Splunk's CISO. You're not a client-facing CISO.
That's exactly right.
So the Chief Information Security Officer for an international security company.
Yep.
Do you approach your job any differently in terms of that role and the industry that you're in? There's no pressure, so I suppose my point is.
Yeah, the good part about being a CISO for a security company and a bad part of being the CISO for a security company is, one, the top-down support is great.
Yeah, there you go.
Two, you better get it right, because the stakes are pretty high. The scrutiny that our customers put on us to do security really well,
Yep.
I think is maybe a lot larger than maybe you might experience at another company.
Well, look, it's quite unique because again, this has been a very much a Cisco Splunk discussion that we've had over the last few days. Yeah, how's that changed your role? The merger and the acquisition side of things, probably a challenge in its own right, or and I suppose the integration there in the security platform. I take it you're giving the team feedback back as to how it sort of works for you?
Yeah, that's been a core part of our mission. It's a great opportunity for us as a team that does detection and response. We have a security operations center, but to be able to provide that direct feedback back to our product teams, we love it. It's super fun for our teams. We interact with customers. Our SOC is here. They're interacting with customers. We track those engagements. I like to joke, I think I have the only SOC in the world that knows what ARR and IACV are.
Yes,
so it's a great experience for us.
Yep. How do you approach it on the people side? Take it the people process technology, the technology side you might have bedded down. People in process, anything sort of unique there given the scale and the size of the business?
I don't know that there's necessarily anything unique. When you talk about scaling our operations, you get to the point where you can't necessarily scale with people anymore, and you've got to really scale with technology. So process, obviously very important. We want to have predictable, repeatable processes, especially incident response and SOC-related processes. But ultimately, you can't just continue to throw bodies at the problem, which is where technology is an integral part of our mission.
Yep. I suppose maybe I was coming back to maybe the culture. You've got a very strong security culture there.
Yeah.
We were just talking about the culture is quite strong and also quite unique when we look at Splunk and Cisco.
You sure?
Yeah, any cultural challenges that you've, or any sort of projects that you've had since the acquisition on culture?
Not culture necessarily. I think, for us, our biggest mission is understanding as a security organization, joining a company that has other security organizations, what's our scope and what's our purpose. And we're really finding where we do a great job is with product security, securing not only our products themselves, but the cloud ecosystems that we serve up to our customers. So one of the bigger projects and initiatives that we've been taking on is kind of understanding what are some of the security services that should be centralized within the broader Cisco organization, and what are those initiatives that we should be continuing to invest in as a security organization under my remit.
Maybe the threat landscape for you too, is it again the same as any other organisation, or from your experiences is there an uptick because one that you've just gone through an acquisition, but also the profile that you have?
Well, what's important to know as a SaaS company is you inherit the threat profile and the threat landscape of your customers. So any customer that we have, the threats that are targeting them are also targeting us inherently, because we protect their data. Also from a regulatory perspective, where we're absorbing their regulatory pressures as well. So I would say a little bit more broadly, I think most SaaS companies that are providing a service and storing data for other companies are likely in this position, but maybe if you're on-prem only, it might look a little bit different.
Yeah. Okay, maybe two more. One is integration with other Cisco CISOs. That's created a new conversation for you and how you might be integrating that. Maybe let's go for that one first. Yeah.
There's a great security culture at Cisco. Most of, if not all of the business units within Cisco have a security organization and a CISO that's accountable for security of those products. We all meet very routinely, led by the central security organization that we all report into. Very great culture defined where we're effectively working on common goals, common strategic goals, understanding how we can support each other on various security initiatives, share ideas, etc. It's been a great experience working with them.
Okay, two more, and I'm thinking aloud here. Is how have you structured your team? Have you broken up your team in certain sort of formats in terms of how would you
happy to talk
that?
about that. It's a pretty standard security org. We have a security engineering organization, governance, risk, and compliance. We have security operations, a product and software security organization, training and awareness, and a planning and operations team. So I think if you look across the industry, it's pretty standard. We do a little bit more. We run identity and access management for our organization. We employ developers that are involved with kind of identifying and fixing vulnerabilities within our products, kind of versus farming all of that out to our product teams. We like to have a little bit of skin in the game with how we work with them to find and remediate vulnerabilities. But overall, organizationally, pretty standard org if you look at it top down.
Nice. We look quite calm. I suppose the last question would be what keeps you up at night for CISOs, but for Splunk CISO, what keeps you up at night? What's your biggest worry?
That's a great question. It's not what I expected it to be when I got this job. What keeps me up at night is, am I putting my organization in the right place to be successful? I know that I've got the right people to do the job. We've got the right technology. We're making the right investments. But as an organizational leader, am I positioning them for success? Am I positioning them well within the company? So I really want my team to be successful and do well and have fruitful careers. And so I spend a lot of time thinking about them and their well-being.
Nice. Well, Mike, we've done a number of interviews with the Splunk team, so it's great to reach out and speak to you as the CISO.
Appreciate it.
But thanks for joining us on MySecurityTV, and enjoy the rest of the conference as it comes to a close.
Thank you. It's been great being here with you.